You co-founded Fusion Processing. Why are you so laser-focused developing autonomous driver systems for commercial vehicles with a particular interest in buses?
Yeah, it's a good question. I think when we first started the company, we were looking at how best to apply the technology and how we could commercialize it. How we could actually turn it into a good business that we could fund and we could work. And it really came down to looking at the economics and where we thought the technology could be commercialized first. And when we look at the commercial vehicle space, there are just such clear advantages to using autonomous vehicles over manual drive that we felt that was definitely the way we had to focus. So really that sort of focus on the commercial on both passenger and freight that came very early on in our journey. I think really the buses really came from specific opportunities which arose. So having sort of decided that's really the segments we're going to look at. The major focus on buses really came from a need within our sort of country within the UK to actually do this, and but also willing partners, and that's another key necessity is that we've got willing vehicle manufacturers who want to partner with us and get in there early, and operators, and they've been key, and they've been great for getting this going and getting it to where it is.
When you initially saw the opportunities, commercial vehicles is well documented. It's a very lucrative field for autonomy, but zoning in on buses, was it in the public sector? Was it in the private sector? Where did you initially see those opportunities?
Well, I think it's in both, and certainly we're seeing a lot of interest in both areas. So we haven't really sort of decided to we'll only look at public sector. There's sort of use cases that are both in privately managed areas and regions. So we've got a lot of interest in airports and those sort of places, but also in those public services, and a lot of regions are sort of very interested in how they can use this technology and really improve the services they're offering.
On airports, in April, you announced a partnership with Construct Invest to deploy the autonomous buses at airports. Are these going to be on tarmac? Will they be behind the gate? Where will they be deployed for airports?
Well, it's looking at both sides of things, really, because I think there's a definite benefit to using autonomous buses for example, for terminal to terminal transfers. So if you're looking at moving lots and lots of people between 2 points, and you might want to put in a rail system. But this is hugely expensive. It's the costs of doing that are colossal, and the downside really is then also that you've got something that's really quite inflexible. If you then want to change it or want to expand it, it's much more difficult. Whereas the system that we proposed, we give all the same benefits in terms of safety and usability, and it can scale, and it can scale to get the same sort of passenger throughput, and it's much more flexible. So when it needs to be adapted, when it needs to be expanded, it can do that much more easily, and it's it's a fraction of the cost of implementing the rail. So that's the one side. We see that as a really big opportunity for us, but also for the airports. And then, of course, there's the other sort of more obvious side, which is the car park, the buses which are taking people from the car parks to the terminals, and that's perhaps much sort of established as a bus use case, but we can certainly automate that and make things more efficient.